Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirshesha Shunyavadi Asatya Dishatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Hare Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
So today, I have a class here. God is seeing today. God is ended there. First is on month. And first is on Dogma.
So we had Ekadashi, Dwadashi, and today devotees ended their Purushottam Vrata.
So the always we're taking Kishri and Harisana the whole month.
Some devotees took Khichdi or Havishanna for the whole month.
Some devotees are taking fruits and roots.
Some devotees were taking fruits and roots.
Everybody was having a sacred river.
Everybody was bathing in a sacred river.
A pot, Ganges water, and spill it out.
So some devotees had a pot of Ganges water and sprinkled it on the head.
Or the shower.
Or in the shower, they say Ganga, Ganga, Ganga.
That also gives you a sense of benediction.
To say Ganga 3 times also gives you the same benediction as bathing in the Ganges.
The most important, I've done a lot of outreach programs, a lot of preaching.
Most important was that there were a lot of outreach programs, lots of preaching.
Help people understand what is the real purpose of human life.
We hope people will understand what the real purpose of human life is.
Generally, people they still think they are the body.
Generally, people still think that they are the body.
Soul and gross bodies are different from the soul.
The subtle and gross bodies are different from the soul.
Soul is transcendental.
The soul is transcendental.
Part and parcel of Lord Krishna.
Part and parcel of Lord Krishna.
Similar qualities as Krishna, but in minute quantity.
Similar qualities as Lord Krishna, but in minute quantity.
So, in Purushottama on once a year,
So this Purushottam month comes once in 3 years.
and a special benediction for devotees goes back to all Vrindavan.
It's a special benediction for devotees to go back to Golok Vrindavan.
If anyone who is Krishna on my son's special program, urgently and tell them.
If there are any devotees who have done some special program during Purushottam month, then write to me and tell me.
I'm very interested in all the new ideas.
I'm very interested to hear all of your new ideas.
So there, in Malaysia, I decided to decide hold under that last
In Malaysia, our dear disciple Lokabandhu Das lost the election,
and like his whole party was lost
his whole party was lost
because people wanted
because people wanted a
to change.
change.
At the same time, a more humble position, Deva, David, and his dad.
At the same time, in a more humble position, Deepa Devi in the UK,
She got elected as a city council,
she got elected as a city councillor,
which was their national ministry. And I was ready with it. That's how politics work.
Of course, being a national minister is much greater, but that's how politics works.
Sometimes you up, sometimes you down.
Sometimes you go up, sometimes you come down.
And ahead of time, people follow the Varnashram system.
In the Vedic time, people followed the Varnashram system.
Brahmanas didn't require any passport, visa. They wanted
Brahmanas did not require any passport or visa. They could go anywhere they wanted.
Kshatriya. They have their whole chivalry and honor.
Kshatriyas had their own code of honor.
Like things that Kshatriyas could do, but Brahmanas could not do.
The thing was that Kshatriyas could do what Brahmanas could not do.
Similarly, business people, farmers, Vaishyas.
Similarly, there are the business people, the farmers, the Vaishyas.
They have other roles, but
They have other roles to play.
they're providing the food for the whole body.
They're providing the food for the whole body.
And Sudras are all those who are working for salary.
The Shudras are all those who are working for a salary.
And not one of the theologians.
They serve the above three mentioned.
They're not one of the three, although
And they are not one of the three above.
so that Varnashram was still prevalent when Lord Chaitanya came down.
So that Varnashram was still prevalent when Lord Chaitanya came down.
And he presented Krishna consciousness all the Varnas.
And he presented Krishna consciousness to all the Varnas.
So his favorite saying, dancing, reading, it was very useful for the people.
So his presentation of singing, dancing was very useful for the people.
Yeah. Our students, our disciples rather, went to their class, of the school, and the teacher asked how many eat non-veg.
So one of our students, or disciples rather, went to the class in the school, and the teacher asked how many eat non-veg. Everybody raised their hands, except that devotee. She said, "It's all right that you don't take. You have free will. So subtly they're promoting this influence."
And I was there one day, a lunch box on the loading, I switched lunch box on there.
And then one day, the lunchbox of our devotee accidentally got switched with the lunchbox of one of the other students.
That us and so had a non-veg item.
So that other student's lunchbox had non-veg items.
The other had, and she argued with the principal. This is unacceptable.
So the mother of our devotee student went to the principal and said that this is unacceptable.
After a long discussion,
After a long discussion,
principal left her, and then one said the other, I just come every year and toast was hot off a candle.
So then the principal invited the mother to come during the month of Damodar every year to show the kids how to offer a candle.
So it turned out to be something food of Krishna.
So it turned out to be advantageous for Krishna consciousness.
Like that, you don't know what is Lord Krishna's plan.
Like that, we don't know what is Lord Krishna's plan.
Maybe I'll feel something. But I'll do that is pray the Lord delights.
We can pray to him, but ultimately he's free to do as he likes.
So I'm still in the hospital.
So I'm still in the hospital.
Maybe tomorrow I'll be discharged.
Maybe tomorrow I'll be discharged.
And in the class at the house where I'm staying.
And give a class at the house where I'm staying.
But in the meantime, I thought to do a class here.
In the meantime, I thought to give a class here.
Are there any questions?
Are there any questions?
Or anyone else to what? What is it how to ask?
Any questions?
No questions, yeah. No.
213 right now. I have a question. How do we raise the consciousness of the general public as a whole? Like, some people are not ready for bhakti yet, but their consciousness can be raised to some point. So how can that be executed? Which chapter? In the 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Mouthpiece. One who loves Krishna. One who wants to love Krishna. And then some other activities which will help one achieve love of Krishna. Different kinds of charity, sacrifices. So I would refer to the 12th chapter. Like, some people like to go and help devotees distribute prasadam.
not read the book.
But they don't want to read the books.
Some people like to read the book,
Some people like to read the books,
they don't want to chant.
but they don't want to chant.
Some divided,
So many varieties.
so then see how to dovetail their interest.
So then you see how to dovetail their interests
So that it matches the desire of previous acharyas
so that it matches the desire of the previous acharyas
and Krishna.
and Krishna. Thank you.
Tripura. Shri Krishna.
Srila Gurudev, how worship Krishna? I think he means, how do we worship Krishna without any obstacles?
In the spiritual world,
In the spiritual world,
in the material world, there are bound to be a certain number of
in the material world, there is bound to be a certain number of obstacles.
this, like many examinations,
There are many examinations.
and one is able to pass all the exams,
When one is able to pass all the exams,
they hope for the final exam
they go for their final exam
and hold up to it.
and go back to Godhead.
Final.
Haribol. How do we carry out the legacy of Srila Prabhupada as a second generation devotee of this movement? Shyam Rasik Das.
Oh, the election Los Angeles. And we was here in the son. I said, the island. And I realized how big on it.
So I was at a lecture, I think it was in Los Angeles. It was Hridayananda Maharaj or someone. And they were saying that when you're on a mountain, you don't realize how big it actually is. When you're away a bit from the mountain, you see, wow, that mountain is very tall.
So, that is easier for the second generation, third generation
So it may be easier for the second generation, third generation
to be dedicated to
to be dedicated to
the Father.
Srila Prabhupada.
Since the Holy Spirit is distant silhouette.
Since they only see this distant silhouette,
Many of Prabhupada's disciples have written some memories,
so many of Srila Prabhupada's disciples have written some memories
memoirs,
or memoirs
about his father.
about Srila Prabhupada,
Their interaction with
their interactions with Srila Prabhupada.
So, one can also avail of the Prabhupada videos.
One can also take advantage of the Prabhupada videos.
The Acharya series where Prabhupada disciples speak out.
The Acharya series where Prabhupada's disciples speak out.
There's so many assets that in the first version I didn't have.
There are so many aspects which the first generation did not have.
So, shouldn't be that hard to keep up the legacy.
So it shouldn't be that hard to keep up the legacy. Last question. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, how to not get stagnant in Krishna consciousness? Yashoda Prem Bhakti Devidasi. One of the most important qualities is called lolium. That means eagerness.
Brahmins, most not Brahmins, all Prabhupada's disciples. All about Dharma.
So,
How to all the things it's like a whole target.
so like Jagai Madhai, the Brahmins, Rup Sanatan, Srila Prabhupada, it wasn't all about Varnashram Dharma. They had to go through things like how you say cold turkey.
And the regular principles were routinely broken.
But many of our devotees, the regulator principles were regularly broken. But they didn't know any better. They didn't know that these things are not, that these things are prohibited. But whether one is a Brahmana, whether one is a Shudra, Krishna Chaitanya said, Kiba Bipro Kiba Nashi Shudra Kene Noy, Je Krishna Tattva Beta Shei Guru Hoy.
That allowed Krishna is the actual important thing.
To love Krishna is the actual important thing. When I became a devotee in this life, I sent a message to my parents.
I said, follow these rules.
I said, you'll be very happy. I'm going to follow these rules.
My mother came up.
My mother came up.
Why all this fanaticism?
Why all this fanaticism?
Why did the Catholic priest
Why don't you be a Catholic priest?
or priest and then you can be a monk
Or a priest, and then you can be a monk
at the end of your life?
at the end of your life.
Can you tell me how long I'll live?
So I said, you tell me how long I'll live. Parents don't think about how long their children are going to live.
How can you say that wait till you're old
Then how can you say, wait till you're old?
and old and supposed to die? Right.
Maybe I'm supposed to die very soon.
Like that. We have limited time in this planet,
So like that, we have limited time on this planet.
and how we use the time makes all the difference.
And how we use the time makes all the difference.
We can develop a love and affection for Guru and Gauranga,
If we can develop our love and affection for Guru and Gauranga,
like
for Lord Radha Madhav,
we go back to the love and honor.
then we go back to Golok Vrindavan.
Go back to the spiritual world.
Or we go back to the spiritual world.
And we are complacent and not try our best.
If we are complacent and do not try our best,
By the time final exam comes,
by the time the final exam comes,
we'll not be ready.
we will not be ready.
So, how can you be complacent?
So how can you be complacent?
Sword hanging over your neck.
When the sword is hanging over your neck?
I will.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare.